Hello everyone, I am Dr. Suchita Nimbalkar. We already discussed about the different boiler troubles. First, we discussed that was the carryover. Second boiler trouble was caustic embrittlement. Third boiler trouble was boiler corrosion, and in this particular video we are going to discuss about the fourth and the most important boiler trouble, that is the sludge and scale formation. Now what do you mean by scale and sludge and how it is formed? Obviously in boiler water is present and continuously we are heating that water. So what will happen? Water get evaporate and whatever the salts are present into the water, it increases its concentration. So can we say that in boiler water is continuously converted into steam? As a result of this, concentration of salt goes on increasing inside the boiler. Finally, they are precipitated as a deposit inside the boiler. Now these deposits are of two different types. Some deposits are in the form of soft muddy PPT which can be easily removable, which can be easily flushed out. Such deposits are called sludge, whereas some salts are deposited on the solid surface to form sticky or coherent layer, which is hard adherent coating, and that is called scale. Means there are two different types of deposits, sludge and scale. Sludge can be easily removable, whereas scale cannot be removed out easily. And obviously if scale is not removed out easily, obviously it will affect the efficiency of boiler. Means efficiency of boiler decreases due to the scale formation. Sludge can be removed out by filtration. Now if we see here the diagram which is showing you how the sludge and scale formation is take place. In the first case, when we provide heat to the boiler, some salts convert into the insoluble salts which are in the form of muddy PPT. That is known as sludge. Whereas some salts obviously convert into insoluble salts, but they are forming adherent coating, coherent coating inside the boiler, and it stick to the boiler wall. Which one is more dangerous to the boiler? And that is known as scale. So if any PPT can be easily removed out by filtration, that can be easily removable rather than the PPT which one is stick to the boiler wall internally. So we can say that scale are more harmful than sludge. Now there are different causes of scale and sludge formation. Now which are that causes of scale and sludge formation? It may be formed by salts whose solubility decreases with rise in temperature. Means if we increases the temperature, solubility of some salt decreases. Means soluble salts convert into the insoluble salt with increase in temperature. And these salts are nothing but calcium sulfate, calcium silicate, magnesium silicate. Even sometime we can say that calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate. But actually some salts gives you sludge and some gives you scale. So which are the salts responsible for the sludge formation? First one is the CaHCO3 by 2, means calcium bicarbonate. What happen exactly when we boil water and if that water contain calcium bicarbonate? There are two different types of boiler. One is low pressure boiler and another one is high pressure boiler. In low pressure boiler, this calcium bicarbonate convert into CaCO3. Calcium bicarbonate itself is soluble in water, but after providing heat to the water which contain calcium bicarbonate, it convert into CaCO3. This CaCO3 is insoluble in water. This CaCO3 form of sludge or soft scale which can be easily scraped off. But in high pressure boiler, CaCO3 is soluble as it react with water to give CaOH by 2 and carbon dioxide. Means what happen in low pressure boiler? This calcium bicarbonate gives you calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is insoluble in water, and which one is muddy PPT, which can be easily removable. So we can say that this is the sludge or soft scale. But in high pressure boiler, this calcium carbonate gives you CaOH by 2. After hydrolysis gives you calcium hydroxide, and this calcium hydroxide is soluble in water. So in low pressure boiler, calcium bicarbonate gives you sludge, but no any sludge or scale is formed in high pressure boiler due to calcium bicarbonate. Then another salt which one is responsible for scale or sludge is MgCl2, magnesium chloride. What happened when we hydrolyzed magnesium chloride? After reaction of magnesium chloride with water, it is giving you MgOH twice, means magnesium hydroxide, and this magnesium hydroxide is again insoluble in water. MgCl2 is soluble, but due to reaction with water at high temperature, it is giving you magnesium hydroxide, and this magnesium hydroxide is again in the form of loose muddy PPT. So they are nothing but the sludge or soft scale, we can say. Then the third compound which one is responsible, or the third salt which one is responsible for scale, is CaSO4. CaSO4 gives you such insoluble salts after heating or after hydrolysis which cannot be easily removable. It form hard scale on heated part of boiler. CaSO4 scale cannot be removed out easily. It is more harmful for the boiler. Whereas the fourth substance which one is responsible for the scale generally, that is the silica. Means silica, if silica is present into the boiler along with water, they are also responsible for the scale. It forms strong adherent coating of calcium silicate or magnesium silicate, and they are very difficult to remove. So can we say that the salts which gives you muddy PPT, they are responsible for sludge, and the salts after heating which are giving you strong adherent coating, sticky coating or the sticky PPT, they are responsible for the scale. Out of that we can say that magnesium salts and the calcium carbonate are responsible, bicarbonate also are responsible for the sludge, whereas CaSO4 and silica are responsible for the scale. Now how we can define this sludge? It is the loose mudding precipitate. It forms at comparatively cooler part of the boiler. Generally salts, those whose solubility increases with rise in temperature, forms sludge. For example, magnesium carbonate, calcium carbonate, even magnesium and calcium bicarbonate also, calcium chloride, MgSO4, these are responsible for the sludge. Now there are disadvantages, different disadvantages of the scale and the sludge. First one is increases the fuel consumption. How we can say that scale or the sludge increases the fuel consumption? Scale, we know very well that scale is poor conductor of heat. Thus, heat given to the boiler does not reach directly to the water. This increases fuel consumption. So, the another drawback of scale and sludge formation is boiler bursting. Means if the scale and sludge formation is there, it is very dangerous, and we can say that danger of boiler bursting will be there. As we know that scale is a bad conductor of heat. So what happened? Overheating is to be done in order to maintain the constant supply of steam. This makes the boiler metal softer and weak. Due to uneven supply of fuel, expansion of metal is take place. Due to this, cracks are developed on the scale and hot water enter into these cracks and reaches to the heated boiler surface. Obviously, due to that, pressure changes will be there. At some portion high pressure will develop, at some portion low pressure will form, and due to the sudden high pressure and temperature, boiler metal expand and become thinner, and due to that explosion of boiler is take place. At high temperature, boiler metal react with steam and the formation of rust will be there, and due to that your metal of the boiler will become brittle, and due to that also explosion in the boiler is take place. So this is one of the drawback. Third drawback is due to the excessive scaling. Now it may causes blocking of the boiler tube. As you can see this particular picture showing you the scale formation is there into the boiler tube, and as excessive scale is formed into the boiler, obviously sometime blocking of this boiler tube will take place, and as blocking of the boiler tube will be there, it decreases the efficiency of boiler. Thank you.